Hi guys, and another warm and loving welcome here on the Violetlight channel. I hope that you guys are all doing very well, and welcome to this reading as well, guys. Okay guys, so today's reading is about who were you in a past life. So we're going to delve into those energies a little bit. So there are three flowers for you guys to pick from. We have the yellow flower over here, which will be pile number 1. Then we have the orange flower over here. That will be pile number 2. And over here we have the blue flower. That will be pile number 3. So just take a moment, connect with your intuition. If you need to, connect to your guides, your spiritual team, your ancestors, the gods, goddesses, ascended masters, God, whoever you resonate with. Just feel your intuition at this time, and just feel where you feel pulled towards. I will go ahead and start with pile number 1, the yellow flower. Hi guys, and welcome to everybody that chose pile number 1 with the yellow flower over here. Welcome to your reading, guys. Okay guys, so like you guys know, we have many past lives. So in today's reading, we're just going to tune into the past lives that comes forth. So we'll see, maybe it's about one life or maybe more lives. We'll just tune into the messages. So first, to start off with, I just want to show you guys the cards, and then we'll get into who you were in a past life. So first of all, we have this card over here with Air Guardian. Then we have over here the 9 of Cups, 9 of Water, and we have Energy Healing. And we also have this card over here, Take Charge of This Situation. Okay, guys, so the first thing that comes to mind is who you were in a past life was somebody that could really control your mind power and your mind energy. I don't know what it is, what they call this, but you guys know those guys that have such a strong mental power that they can actually sit and concentrate so strongly that they can bend spoons and forks and keys and all of that. So I definitely think in a past life you had such abilities. You could really shift things with your mind. Very strong, powerful mind. If we think about this card as well, yeah, we can see over here the waves, with your mind control, moving the waves. So definitely very strong mind control. You could do certain kind of you could do anything with your mind. You had such a strong mind power, so you could literally even influence other people with your mind. So maybe if there is something that you wanted to imprint onto somebody, you could do this very powerfully. You had that magical energies, and even in that energy of control, where if maybe you wanted somebody to do something, you had that ability to control their minds. There's a lot of mind energy, and even for some of you, maybe even to control somebody so much that you can literally almost like hypnotize them. So that control energy, you had very strong mental power, and with your mental power you were able to do so much with that mental energy. You were able to like shift worlds. And for many of you as well, if you know about like the elemental benders, like the air, there's I forget now, but there's also this children's story. I really can't remember now what the name is, but it's about, I think it's called the Airbender, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but it goes about mastering the elements, mastering the fire element, the air element, the water element, the earth element, so you can control those elements. So for example, if you could control the elements of air, you can control like that energy of how the wind flows. You can create like, you know, powerful tornadoes or whatever it is. Maybe if you control the elements of water, you can, you know, make a river flow or make water move in a certain way like that. You had that kind of energy about you, that you really knew how to work your mind's energy and how to work with energy to create certain things. But strong mind control, strong control to shift things with your mental energy. You could shift things, whatever it was, if it was elements, if it was people's energies, whether it was you know, certain things, like very, very strong. You had this magical energy about you, you know, and also you knew how to control energy. You could also perform like healing with these powerful with this powerful mental control. Definitely very strong energy where your mental energy could bring healing, control, whatever it is that you wanted it to bring. And I also think that, you know, when people were in a space where they felt very confused and, you know, just like direction wise and, you know, like overwhelmed, you were also like a person that came in with your energy and you helped them to get more direction in their life, you know, to almost help them to create a clear pathway on their journey, so that they in their own selves feel a lot more clearer. So I think you definitely did something with your energy, some kind of energy healing, where you also help people to be on a certain path, to find more clarity, to find like also that mental clarity where they feel more clear. And maybe you could have even like taught people how to get that the same mental kind of clarity that you have, so that they can also shift things and create things and do whatever it is, you know, that they want to use this energy for. So definitely for you guys, pile number one, there is also a teaching energy coming up, teaching the powers that you have, teaching the gifts that you have. And I also just want to mention, remember that if you had this in a past life, you can again access that energy and access that that vibration. So power number one, maybe for many of you, if you want to, within this lifetime, you can also try to get that mental clarity where you are able to have such strong focus with your thoughts that you can shift energy by your focus and by your thoughts. I know that we all have the ability to do this. Yes, we all have this ability, and that is also how we make things shift. But I think, like, especially for you, pile number one, there is that energy that you have this power very strongly. So maybe if you feel, maybe work more with the elements of air. You know, this is all about that thought energy, about how we can create, how we can use and direct our thoughts to create something. And also maybe with your communication, maybe, you know, communicating with yourself and being aware that whatever you project with your voice, this is also an energy of manifestation. So if I project and I tell people I am poor, my words, your words can have such powerful energies that it can create what you are saying. So you know, this is also maybe in this lifetime to also be aware of how powerful what we speak out, how powerful our words can be, how powerful our thoughts can be. Okay, so thank you so much, pal number one, for tuning in, and I wish you guys lots of love and light. Keep well. Namaste. Hi guys, and welcome to everybody that chose pile number two with this orange flower over here. Welcome to your reading, guys. Okay guys, so how this is going to work is I'm just going to show you guys the cards that came out for you guys, and then we are going to talk about you know, the life that comes through. So this can be one life, more than one life. We're just going to be open to the messages that comes through. So remember, in the past, we could have had many lives, even lives that we cannot believe that we have had. Remember, this is in the past, and it all taught us something. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at your cards. So you have this card, Spiritual Law of Attraction. Over here, you have the Seven of Earth in reverse. Over here, we have Children. Over here, we have Study. And over here, we also have Mother Earth. Okay, guys, so let's get into the energies of this. Okay, so there is definitely an energy, even while I was shuffling, that it comes through of somebody that's very nurturing, in the sense of you brought a lot of nurture. So something that is coming through is that there was children in your life. I don't know, not your children, like physically, I mean, with DNA, but I feel that there are children, and for some reason, their parents were not able to look after them. Like, for whichever reason, I have no idea about the reason. Maybe because of history, or I'm not sure about the reason, but whatever it is, these children's parents could not look after them. And so a lot of abandoned children that did not have stability, and you were the nurturer, but you looked after like lots of children. This isn't just like 2 or 3 or 10 children. This is like a whole community of children that you looked after, like an orphanage. You worked in an orphanage, and you provided so much loving care and so much support to these children. You had this true like mother nurturing energy. These children felt safe by you. You definitely had that kind of energy where you help these children. You help them through their hard time. You help them to show them that they are worthy beings. You did a lot of effort and a lot of hard work with these children, a lot of nurturing energy. So if the children were very unbalanced and they came from a space where their lives have been thrown just like out of balance, their parents have been taken away, whatever the case might be, but these are lost children, and you took them all in. You provided them with a loving care, with whatever it is that they needed. And as well with the education, you educated them in the way that you were able to educate them at the time of this life. So definitely a lot of nurturing energy came in. You are looking after children, you are teaching children, you are helping children, but this is really about those lost children, like definitely an orphanage energy coming in. You helping children that could no longer be with their parents for whichever reason this might be. You brought that energy into these children, and you really helped them. And I think at times maybe there was also like a lot of frustration. It came with a lot of frustration where maybe you felt, I'm putting so much energy and work into this, but sometimes you also felt that, is it really worth this? But at the end of the day, your nurturing energy brought so much blessings to the children that was in your life. And when you saw this, you just knew that your efforts and your energy is really paying off in this life. And I think you made a huge, massive, massive, massive difference in so many children's life. You really helped them. You really nurtured them. You really loved and comforted them in a life. And you also helped them, maybe with schoolwork or with their studying or whatever it might be. And I also think, within a previous life, there was also that you were a very strong male influence. Again, within this life, with the nurturing energy, I'm not really picking up a gender within that life. I can't really feel any kind of gender, but there is another life, whether it is the same life, or maybe a completely different life. I'm not sure about this energy, but there is also that energy coming in where a male energy, where when you were an older male, I don't know what happened, when you were younger in this life, but an older male with a lot of wisdom and a lot of grounding energy. This is somebody that's very grounded on the earth. They very balanced and very reliable, very gentle, very like I said, reliable, very gentle kind of energy, very grounded kind of energy, very logic kind of energy. And as well, this person is in a space where they feel very grounded and they also can help others. It's this grounding energy also with helping others, helping. I can't tell you in what way you helped, but I feel this grounding energy and this very reliable energy. And with this energy, you brought some kind of knowledge to others, and you also helped them with whatever it is. It was this, like, you had that wisdom. People came to you for that wisdom and for that kind of knowledge, for that help, for clarity, whatever it is, because you had that very grounded, reliable energy about you. And people sense that, so they came to you for guidance, for help, for wisdom, whatever it might be. So overall, there is an energy coming through of an older male that had that very reliable energy, and they shared this reliable energy by sharing their wisdom, and they help people. There's a lot of helping energy coming in, and then as well a very nurturing energy where you really, really went out of your way to help children and really fight for these children and stand up for these children. You really sometimes worked yourself to the bone to help these children and to help them just make a living for themselves, to create a path for them, to take them out of their circumstances or whatever it might have been. So definitely, I think for many of you, pile number 2, you still bring that qualities forth in this lifetime. And even if you are not aware of this, it is within you. You have a very nurturing, helping kind of energy. You can care for people, you can nurture people, you can help people if they are stuck in life. So even if you are not aware of this, pile number 2, this is within you. You have a beautiful nurturing effect on others. You can really help others to just feel more grounded and cocooned in that energy of comfort and love. You can bring that healing energy to people, by a kind word, or just being reliable, being that person that somebody can rely on. You guys have this in this lifetime, and maybe you already in tune with this energy, and you are helping others, and you are a nurturer, and that kind-hearted kind of energy. You want the best for everyone in your life. If you maybe feel you are out of tune with this energy, I just want to mention that you definitely have this energy within you from a past life. But I think for the majority of you definitely also, you can relate to this in this lifetime as well. Now you have a nurturing energy. You want people to feel loved, you want people to feel nurtured, you want the best for people, you want to help. And for some of you, maybe in this lifetime as well, maybe you also enjoy working with children or help children. And for some of you, you might even think, what? I don't know how to work with children. How? I'm kind of scared of children, or, I don't resonate with them. But you definitely have done this in a past life. And if you wanted to, you can tune into that energy again. Thank you so much, pile number 2, for tuning in. I wish you guys lots and lots of love and light. Keep well, everybody. Namaste. Hi guys, and welcome to pile number 3 with the blue flower. Welcome to your reading, guys. Okay guys, so how this is going to work is I'm going to show you guys the cards, and then we'll get into the messages. So sometimes there's more than one life that comes through. Maybe there's just one life that comes through. We don't know that. We will tune into the energies and see, which lives will come forth. Okay, guys, so just to show you guys the cards, we have teacher over here. We have the 5 of fire over here in reverse. Over here, we have the hermit card. And over here, we have a card with writing. Okay, guys, so let's get into the messages about who you were in a past life. Okay, so first of all, you were somebody that was definitely a peace seeker. You were somebody that did not like confrontation. You did not like the energy of conflict. You were somebody that moved away from that energy. You were a very, very peaceful person. You had a very peaceful demeanor about you. You were so peaceful and so wise. This peaceful, wise energy comes from a deep energy of wisdom, a very peaceful energy. And you were also able to bring that kind of peaceful energy into the lives of others. So, for example, if there were some kind of conflict, you were able to bring peace into that energy. But I think it is on a very high level, in the sense of, back in the day, maybe if countries had like fights between each others, or emperors fighted each other, or nations fighted each other, or whatever it was in the past, you were also that mediator, and you were able to bring peace to them. People came to you for that energy because you had so much wisdom, and all that you really actually seeked was to bring peace into situations, to resolve conflict on a higher level. I mean, this is not like conflict between maybe just between two people or something. On a higher level, bringing peace between nations, peace between kings and queens that rules countries, or whatever it might be. But definitely that energy of you somehow helping to resolve conflict and bringing in that energy of peace. You have a lot of wisdom within your energy field. There's a lot of wisdom, and you were also able to teach this wisdom to others. I also feel like a guiding energy where you were able to guide others. You have a lot of deep wisdom within you, and back in the day you used that wisdom to guide people into a certain direction, a direction that would have had a better outcome. So maybe in the olden days, kings or queens, or like people that had a lot of influence, they used to come to you for guidance, to tell them, this will be the best direction to take. You used to spread your wisdom and teach them the wisdom that you had, in the sense of the best path to take, to get the best resolution or the best outcome. You had that ability about you, and people came to you, like high people, whoever it might be, from whichever time it might be. I'm not sure what time it is, maybe from kings and queens or emperors or whatever it might be. They came to you for wisdom. You were a wise one, and they came to learn about your teachings or whatever it is that you have to say, because you were very composed. You were a very composed person, and people looked up to you. They knew that you had some kind of special wisdom, that you are able to with this wisdom, you are able to guide them and tell them which direction is best to go in, or what choice is best to go in. But I feel within your past lives and within your energy field, there is an energy where you are able to guide people in whichever way this might come forth. Maybe guide you know, in directions, guide to find something, guide in whichever way, but you definitely have that energy of guidance deep in your being, whether you are aware of this or not, but deep within your being, there is something where you can guide people, or you can help people, or you can teach people, or, you know, help them to find a certain direction, or whatever it might be. But overall, you know, this very peaceful energy that you brought into life. People looked up to you. You are so peaceful. You are, you know, you carry this peaceful, wise kind of energy. I can learn a lot from you. And I think as well, you also taught a lot of peace, and you taught to those that were open. I think you were very selective about who you teach. So for example, I think overall, people will come to you for guidance, and you will tell them, okay, this path or this choice will have this outcome. But I think, like, as well, sometimes you used to see something special in somebody, you know, that they need to hear higher knowledge, like some kind of guru almost, that you they were those very few special ones that you knew, that you knew possessed something, and you are able to teach them. You had teachings that you did not convey to just anybody. You had certain spiritual teachings that you conveyed or taught just to a very few selected energies. You could feel this person is ready for this knowledge, or this person is not ready. A very high wisdom, and not everybody was ready to hear this wisdom, or not everybody was ready to hear these teachings. And you selected a few people to teach this knowledge, or these teachings, or this spiritual wisdom, or whatever it might be. This is like higher learning, higher spiritual wisdom, or something in that time that people were not ready to hear. But this is all like very high knowledge, spiritual wisdom, you know, that energy that comes from source. You had that kind of wise source, grounded kind of energy about you, where you were able to teach spiritual knowledge or spiritual wisdom, or about the light, or whatever it might be. You had that energy about you. I'm picking up a very wise energy, a very like kind of energy where you are somebody that had higher knowledge about you, like almost like a guru energy. It is that very strong energy of wisdom. You spend a lot of time in meditation and communicating with spirits and higher learning, and picking up like as well, like, you know, somebody standing in a robe, and, you know, like in front of like they're busy working with something. I cannot explain to you what it is. It's like working with maybe like something. I'm seeing books over there, but I'm also seeing like liquid. I don't know what it is. Maybe working with potions, or, you know, something with that kind of energy as well. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I see somebody standing with a cloak in front of a table, and as well working with something on that table. It's like I definitely see books on the table, and as well, like I mentioned, some kind of liquid energy, like little potion bottles or something. So maybe for some of you, some kind of alchemy that you were involved in, or something like this. But this is like kind of like magical kind of energy as well, you know. I don't know really how to say it, but through that, whatever you are doing at this table, it's also like whatever you are doing at this table with this potion, or with these books, or whatever it is, this is like kind of very spiritual. This is like I can feel the spirits and the angels and, you know, a lot of spiritual masters around you while you are doing this work, and you are openly communicating with them. You are hearing their messages so clearly, and they are telling you mix this with this, use this formula, do this, whatever it might be. And you are tuned into their wisdom, and they are helping you with these formulas, with these books, whatever it is that you are creating on this table. I'm not getting clear information. I'm just getting visions of bottles and somebody standing there. But it's almost like they have magician energy around them. Like this is high energy. They're working with high magic or whatever, it's that kind of energy. But it's also that openness. You are so deeply connected to spirit world, and the information is flowing. They are telling you to mix this or do this or do this, and you're just flowing with that energy. So you had lots of spiritual wisdom and this energy around you. I think that you spend a lot of time on your own just commuting with spirits. I'm seeing this person that kind of is in a space where they are mostly alone. I feel that you are more of a master. You are, I think in this specific lifetime, you didn't settle down with a family or anything. You kind of just worked with very high vibrational energy. You were kind of like somebody like maybe a monk or a master or something that lived by yourself, but you were never alone. You were never alone, because there were so many spirits around you, and it was like you had some kind of special magic about you, like this higher wisdom. Like I'm seeing somebody like above their head, just like a lot of light, like especially like yellow light. I don't know why, not in the sense of yellow, like more, I want to say like golden energy, like golden yellow energy, which is telling me you had that. Of course, you still have that higher wisdom within you, and you taught this higher wisdom to those that were ready to learn this higher this wisdom. And this is where you dedicated your life to those teachings, to that wisdom, working with the masters. That was who you were in that lifetime. You were not worried about making maybe human connections, like starting a family. You spent a lot of time by yourself as a human being, but you were never alone. You were always so tuned into spirit and to many ascended masters and high vibrating beings that was around you. And they also, you were just so open to their guidance, and through their guidance you were also able to teach that energy to those that were ready to hear that energy. Guys, just remember, if we had that in a past life, we still have this within our energy being, whether we are in tune with it or not, but we do have that energy within us. So just remember with this as well, you have higher knowledge, you have higher wisdom. If you want to, you have that ability to really tune into spirit world and, to tune into the messages that they have. Remember that you still have that ability within your life as well. And I think as well, for many of you, you also wrote the wisdom that you held in like I'm seeing like some kind of manuscripts or something like that you were also involved with, that like scrolls. You did some writing on scrolls. That was the way that you were able to like kind of save this ancient knowledge that you carried, or a way of, teaching this ancient knowledge that you carry to those who needed it. But I definitely feel you were involved in some kind of magical writing, some kind of scroll writing, ancient writing. I forget what they call it again. Like Sanskrit writing or something where also not everybody was able to understand those writing. It was only for a selected few knew how to do this writing, and you knew how to do this writing, and you also wrote scrolls and this writing onto something to also carry that wisdom over in that kind of way. Okay, guys, so just remember, like maybe it might resonate with some of you, that maybe to also maybe write in this lifetime, whether it is for personal stuff or however it might resonate. Okay, pile number 3. That is all that came through for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and for sharing your energy here. I wish you guys lots of love and light. Keep well, guys. Namaste.